Week 1 of the 2012 NFL season is upon us. Thank
Finally.
God. And it's starting on Wednesday because Barack Obama's speech is Thursday at the Democratic National Convention, so they had to move it up a day. And we're going to start with that game.
I am fine with that.
Dallas,
one day. Yeah.
Dallas Cowboys and New York Giants.
Yes, sir.
Big NFC East matchup.
Yeah, repeat of the last game of the season last year. I don't remember what happened that game, though.
Yeah, I seem to remember you still have some...
I don't remember what happened. Don't remember. I don't think brained out or something. Didn't get played.
Obviously, the Giants won the Super Bowl last year, and the Cowboys missed out on the playoffs. The Giants...
Really?
Let me finish. The Giants have won 3 of 4 against the boys, or 3 of the last 4. They're favored by 4. What do you think, Bryce?
It's in New York, so I completely understand they're favored by 4. They were on a very hot roll at the end of the year last year, so I understand why they won. Went on the Super Bowl, a very good team. Having said that, I don't believe they're going to be as good this year as they were last year. I think they, like I said, they got in a hot run. Once again, the key for the Cowboys this year is going to be Tony Romo. I mean, we've had a question mark. He's a very solid quarterback, but is he going to be that quarterback? He's much like I put him on the same category as Matt Ryan. A very good quarterback. Is he going to take the next step? Is he going to bring his team to the next level?
Who you got in the game?
Boys, of course.
Daniel?
Giants.
He's got the Giants. I'm going to take the Giants as well. I think the Giants are better at home than the boys think. Indianapolis at Chicago. Indianapolis is going to be tossing out their number 1 draft pick, Andrew Luck, as the starting quarterback. Chicago is actually have a new revamped offense that we're going to have to look into also and see how it does against Indy's D, which was absolutely atrocious last year. I'm going to take Chicago in the game. I think they're better than Indy, even though I think Indy's actually going to give them a stare on offense.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'll go with Chicago on this. Their offense looks pretty potent this year.
It's going to be a surprise. Colts win this one.
That,
all right.
If the Colts win it, that'll be Andrew Luck's biggest win this year.
His first one.
Yep.
Philadelphia is facing off against Cleveland. Cleveland actually has a brand new quarterback.
That one.
Philly actually has the same quarterback, but he's injured again. Cleveland with Brandon Weeden as their new starting quarterback, and this is actually going to start a trend. One of 6 rookie quarterbacks
Confirmed starting.
Quarterbacks in the NFL this year.
Yep.
With Brandon Weeden. I've got to take Eagles on the road, even though it's a snoozer.
Yeah, Eagles, I guess.
Yeah, Eagles.
I don't really care about that game. Nobody cares about that game.
Atlanta at Kansas City. Atlanta coming off that disappointing loss in the playoffs, where Kansas City didn't even make it to the playoffs.
4 years?
Yeah, keep coming, Bryce. Keep coming. What was your last playoff win?
Shut up. At least we have one.
I'm going to take Atlanta. I think Atlanta starts a pretty good season, starting with this one in Kansas City.
Yeah, I agree. I'm going to take Atlanta. That offense should be explosive this year with Roddy White, Harry Douglas, Matt Ryan, Julio Jones.
Jacquizz Rodgers coming out of the backfield is going to be a
they're
key
going to run a lot of
aspect.
screens, I think. I think they're going to run a lot of screens this year. That offense just has so much potential around it to be just amazing and a blast to watch.
And quick, name the starting quarterback for Kansas City. Yep,
Yeah,
I didn't think so.
Exactly.
Nope, no idea.
Falcons win.
No idea.
Falcons in the opener. St. Louis at Detroit. I think it's a pretty decent matchup for Detroit. I mean, Sam Bradford's got a pretty good weaponry.
Is this the same St. Louis team that I looked at? Did Kurt Warner come back? Isaac Bruce on there?
Wow, sorry. Yeah, I couldn't hold that off.
Yeah.
Detroit kills them.
Yeah, I would take. What's the line on this? Detroit by how much?
Like
9?
30, I think.
Detroit by 9. I would give them 14. I would say Detroit by no. If I'm a betting man, I'd go 13. Detroit by 13.
Detroit. All
Yep.
right. I'm going to take Detroit as well. I was just
Megatron
messing
has
with
7
you guys.
touchdowns. Go fantasy league.
New England at Tennessee. Tom Brady starts another, hopefully, conquest to go to the Super Bowl. You think it happens this year?
No.
I don't think so. There's a lot of talent in the AFC. I think they get close. I don't think they make it though.
Why was it so quick for you?
NFC's a stronger league, and AFC's New England's no longer the beast mode that they've been these last years.
How about against Tennessee?
Oh, New England.
Oh,
wins.
yeah.
Okay.
New England.
Jacksonville at Minnesota. Blaine Gabbert.
Is this an NFL game?
Yeah.
Oh, it is an NFL. Oh man.
Blaine Gabbert starting
How
his
think
first full season, I guess, at starting quarterback with Chad Henne hot on his heels as the backup. Minnesota, on the other hand, has Christian Ponder. So it's basically a battle of 2 of the worst starting quarterbacks in the NFL.
Yeah.
No offense to either one of you, but you guys
No, complete
are.
offense. You're awful.
Yeah.
You got a winner? Coin flip?
I would go with Minnesota's fans that aren't at the game because the game's going to be blacked out, so they won't have to watch it. Those will be the real winners.
Jacksonville wins.
Speaking of rookie quarterbacks, we're going to hit RG3 is facing off against a really tough game. They're going to start against the New Orleans Saints.
In New Orleans. Sunday, 1 o'clock. That's a tough place to open up your career.
I'm going with the second rookie quarterback with a win. I'm going for RG3 in Washington to beat New Orleans.
So he's calling for 2 rookie quarterbacks right now.
Upsets on the road, both in hostile environments. That's you got some Shad Khans there, man. That's
barely got in the door.
I'm gonna have to go with New Orleans. I think they make a statement out of Washington in this game. Say we don't have Sean Payton, but we're still just as potent.
I agree. I think New Orleans is going to take it to them. Buffalo at the New York Jets. New York Jets actually, for some reason, made headlines this year with a backup quarterback. He's not to be named, but Buffalo, on the other hand, actually made some pretty decent acquisitions in the offseason. Mario Williams, I think, will actually help them out a lot on their defense. Not sure if they're going to get to Mark Sanchez, but we'll see. I'm still going to take Jets at home.
Preseason doesn't matter at all, but the Jets didn't score a touchdown to their last game of the preseason. I mean,
and if I'm not mistaken, it was the third-string quarterback that scored it, right? It was the dude from Alabama. Yeah.
The Bills win.
Yeah.
You call Bills?
Yeah, Bills win. The Jets can't score. Jets
are a 3-point favorite
at home.
Yeah, at home.
Wow.
I don't know how much offense Jesus can create. It doesn't matter if Mario Williams gets to Mark Sanchez. He's as inaccurate as I've ever seen him be. I'm going to have to go with the Bills on the road on this one, too. I think the Jets are crumbling. They don't have the run game that they did, and they don't have the defense that they did, and that was their two main big points 2 years ago when they made it to the AFC Championship.
Yeah, but Rex Ryan lost like 80 pounds, dude. He's looking... Anyway.
What does that have to do?
Miami and Houston.
Apparently, best foot forward.
Dude, apparently it was big news since they showed it on SportsCenter. I had to say it.
I'm surprised SportsCenter got off a Tebow.
Miami and Houston, 1 o'clock on Sunday.
No contest.
Houston kills them.
No contest.
Yeah,
Houston. They're favored by 11.5.
That's the biggest line all weekend.
That's big in the NFL.
Joe Philbin's making his head coaching debut in Miami, and it's going to be a rough one in my opinion. San Francisco, Green Bay. We're going to hear his view later. Let me get Bryce's real quick because it's the first afternoon game. Just a reminder, all Sunday games after the 1 o'clock games are going to start at 4:25. They're moved to 10 minutes back a little bit further so that people can actually see the endings of the first game.
1 o'clock games.
So this one's at 4:25. San Francisco, Green Bay. What you think?
In my opinion, these are 2 of the 3 best teams in the NFL. Green Bay's number 1, and arguably 49ers or Falcons are 1 or 2. In my opinion, I think the 49ers and the Falcons both.
NFL or NFC?
NFC.
Okay, you said NFL.
NFC. In my opinion, the 49ers and the Falcons both have huge upsides to this season. Alex Smith last year was just a tremendous game manager. He didn't do anything spectacular, but he also didn't do anything stupid. Made smart decisions, did what he had to do. Vernon Davis is a beast at the tight end position. And that defense went on a tear last year that was unprecedented. I am really, really excited to see that the San Francisco secondary go up against that wide receiving core of Green Bay and Aaron Rodgers. Having said that, I'm going to have to take Green Bay by 3 at home.
Green Bay at home. Me too. Yourself?
I believe I might go with the 49ers here.
You think?
Yeah, just they took a great team and made them better by adding
picking
offense.
a lot of road teams.
A lot of road. 49ers, they had a great...
You really can't say anything against it because it's kind of a coin flip in my opinion because, like you did say, there's a lot of new pieces that the 49ers added.
And Frank Gore is a terrific running back, and
we got Hunter.
Green Bay's defense last year was atrocious.
And you've got a healthy Ted Ginn now on special teams. You have a healthy and unretired Randy Moss at wide receiver.
Mario Manningham.
He's got
some pieces. Alex Smith has some pieces out there.
Seattle at Arizona.
Oh God, this is snooze fest.
The only thing that's coming out of this game is that Seattle actually is starting their rookie quarterback, Russell Wilson from Wisconsin, over the quarterback that they signed, Matt Flynn.
If you realize in this game we have two quarterbacks that will be second string that were signed to be big.
Kevin Cobb and Matt Flynn.
Matt Flynn. Yeah, we have Skelton and Russell Wilson starting as quarterbacks. Who got in that one?
That's true. I've got Seattle.
Arizona. Yeah, I just gotta go with the home team.
Carolina and Tampa Bay. Probably two of the bottom. I'm not going to say bottom feeders, but they're going to be bottom feeders in the NFC South because it's going to be hard to challenge the Falcons and Saints up at the top.
Very agreed.
I'm going to take Tampa Bay with their new head coach at home.
I'm going to have to go with Carolina. Cam Newton showed so much potential last year, and when he doesn't make mistakes, that Carolina offense is crazy good. I don't think he makes any mistakes away. I think he's matured. He comes back. They win by, I'm going to say, 9 in Tampa.
Carolina starts the run for second place in the NFC.
All right. Pittsburgh at Denver, the Sunday night game. Really, really good game. Some guy you've possibly heard of starting it for Denver this year.
Caleb Haney.
Peyton Manning. Peyton Manning has signed with Denver, and he will be the starting quarterback on Sunday night. Pretty.
Yeah.
Everybody's hating already.
Right when his Activia wears off.
I'm going to take Pittsburgh on the road, though. I think Pittsburgh's defense is going to stand up.
This is a Denver team who couldn't protect a running quarterback. What are they going to do with the guy that tries to stand on a
valid point?
I completely agree. We see Caleb Haney by the third quarter. If he comes in before the third quarter, I'm taking Denver because Caleb Haney is the next. He's the next Brett Favre. But I am taking Pittsburgh on the road on this one.
Cincinnati at Baltimore, the first Monday night game. ESPN has started this the past couple of years where they do 2 Monday night games. They'll do an early one, and then they'll do a late one to start the season. Cincinnati at Baltimore, 2 teams that made the playoffs. One actually lost in the AFC Championship. One had a really rough time against...
Didn't Cincinnati get beat by Baltimore?
Baltimore, yes.
Yeah. This is a very interesting game to me because Andy Dalton had one of the greatest rookie seasons a quarterback has ever had, but he got so overshadowed by Cam Newton, who just had an astronomical rookie season. I'm really looking forward to this to see how Andy Dalton matures after that just debacle of a first round, just getting destroyed by Baltimore. Having said that, I'm going to pick Baltimore to win the AFC and go to the Super Bowl. Yeah. So I'm going to have to go with Baltimore.
I'm going Baltimore at home also.
Yeah. Baltimore takes over the AFC.
San Diego at Oakland. Is this the year that San Diego actually steps up?
Man, it seems like every single year you ask that. Is Phillip Rivers going to come out and put up those big numbers like he always has, and are they going to be consistent and not have to make a big push, a big run at the end of the season?
Can Mathis stay healthy?
That's also a very big question mark. What's the Oakland's quarterback situation going to look like this year? I mean, are we going to have a repeat of last year?
Carson Palmer is still the starting quarterback as of now.
Are we going to have a repeat of last year where he throws just as many interceptions as touchdowns, or what's going to happen? Such a big question mark. Having said that, I'm going to have to take San Diego on the road. They signed a lot of big wide receivers. They lost Vincent Jackson, but they also signed 3 or 4 wide receivers. Yeah, Meacham, Roscoe, Paris, and just little additions. That's all it takes in the NFL. Just little tweaks, and you can have 2 or 3 more wins. I'm going to have to take the San Diego on the road.
San Diego at home or on the road as well. That's it for Season 3, Episode 1.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoy it. Come back next week. We'll do the recap of Week 1 and preview Week 2. For Bryce and Daniel, I'm Billy. This has been Sports. Love you guys.